Tom and Ben News Wikipedia News Edition. On 19th episode is PlayStation.
PlayStation, officially abbreviated SPS, is a Japanese video game brand that consists of 5 home video game consoles, as well as a media center, an online service, a line of controllers, 2 handhelds and a phone, as well as multiple magazines.
The brand is produced by Sony Interactive Entertainment, a division of Sony, with the first console releasing as the PlayStation in Japan released in December 1994, and worldwide the following year.
The original console in the series was the first console of any type to ship over 100 million units, doing so in under a decade.
Its successor, the PlayStation 2, was released in 2000.
The PlayStation 2 is the best-selling home console to date, having reached over 155 million units sold by the end of 2012.
Sony's next console, the PlayStation 3, was released in 2006, selling over 87.4 million units by March 2017.
Sony's latest console, the PlayStation 4, was released in 2015, selling 1 million units within a day, becoming the fastest-selling console in history.
The next console in the series, the PlayStation 5, is expected to be released by the end of 2020.
The first handheld game console in the series, the PlayStation Portable or PSP, sold a total of 80 million units worldwide by November 2015.
Its successor, the PlayStation Vita, which launched in Japan in December 2011 and in most other major territories in February 2012, selling over 4 million units by January 2013.
PlayStation TV is a micro-console and a non-portable variant of the PlayStation Vita handheld game console.
Other hardware released as part of the PlayStation series includes the PSX, a digital video recorder, which was integrated with the PlayStation and PlayStation 2. Though it was short-lived due to its high price and was never released outside Japan, as well as a Sony Bravia television set which has an integrated PlayStation 2.
The main series of controllers utilized by the PlayStation series is the DualShock, which is a line of vibration feedback gamepad having sold 28 million controllers by June 2008. The PlayStation Network is an online service with about 110 million registered users as of June 2015 and over 103 million active users monthly as of December 2019.
It comprises an online virtual market, the PlayStation Store, which allows the purchase and download of games and various forms of multimedia, a subscription-based online service known as PlayStation Plus, and a social gaming networking service called PlayStation Home, which had over 41 million users worldwide at the time of its closure in March 2015.
PlayStation Mobile, formerly PlayStation Suite, is a software framework that provides PlayStation content on mobile devices.
Version 1XX supports both PlayStation Vita, PlayStation TV and certain devices that run the Android operating system, whereas version 2.00, released in 2014, only targeted PlayStation Vita and PlayStation TV.
Content set to be released under the framework consists of only original PlayStation games currently. Seventh generation PlayStation products also use the Cross Media Car, which is a technology and engineering Emmy award-winning graphical user interface.
A touch-screen-based user interface called Wikipedia was launched for the PlayStation Vita, which integrates social networking elements into the interface.
Additionally, the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 consoles also featured support for Linux-based operating systems, Linux for PlayStation 2 and other OS respectively, though this has since been discontinued.
The series has also been known for its numerous marketing campaigns, the latest of which being the Greatness Awaits commercials in the United States.
The series also has a strong lineup of first-party games due to Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios, a group of many studios owned by Sony Interactive Entertainment that exclusively developed them for PlayStation consoles.
In addition, the series features various budget re-releases of games by Sony with different names for each region. These include the greatest hits, platinum, essentials, and the best selection of games.
PlayStation was the brainchild of Ken Kutaragi, a Sony executive who managed one of the company's hardware engineering divisions and was later dubbed the father of the PlayStation. The console's origins date back to 1988, where it was originally a joint project between Nintendo and Sony to create a CD-ROM for the Super Famicom.
Although Nintendo denied the existence of the Sony deal as late as March 1991, Sony revealed the Super Famicom with a built-in CD-ROM drive that incorporated Green Book technology or CDI, called PlayStation, also known as SNES CD, at the Consumer Electronics Show in June 1991.
However, a day after the announcement at CES, Nintendo announced that it would be breaking its partnership with Sony, opting to go with Philips instead but using the same technology.
The deal was broken by Nintendo after they were unable to come to an agreement on how revenue would be split between the two companies.
The breaking of the partnership infuriated Sony president Norio Oga, who responded by appointing Kutaragi with the responsibility of developing the PlayStation project to rival Nintendo. At that time, negotiations were still ongoing between Nintendo and Sony, with Nintendo offering Sony a non-gaming role regarding their new partnership with Philips.
This proposal was swiftly rejected by Kutaragi, who was facing increasing criticism over his work with regard to entering the video game industry from within Sony.
Negotiations officially ended in May 1992, and in order to decide the fate of the PlayStation project, a meeting was held in June 1992, consisting of Sony President Oga, PlayStation head Kutaragi, and several senior members of Sony's board.
At the meeting, Kutaragi unveiled a proprietary CD-ROM-based system he had been working on, which involved playing video games with 3D graphics to the board.
Eventually, Sony President Oga decided to retain the project after being reminded by Kutaragi of the humiliation he suffered from Nintendo.
Nevertheless, due to strong opposition from a majority present at the meeting as well as widespread internal opposition to the project by the older generation of Sony executives, Kutaragi and his team had to be shifted from Sony's headquarters to Sony Music, a completely separate financial entity owned by Sony, so as to retain the project and maintain relationships with Philips for the MMCD development project, which helped lead to the creation of the DVD.
According to SCE's producer Ryoshi Akagawa and chairman Shishio Maruyama, there was uncertainty over whether the console should primarily focus on 2D sprite graphics or 3D polygon graphics.
Eventually, after witnessing the success of Sega's Virtua Fighter in Japanese arcades, that Sony realized that the direction of the PlayStation became instantly clear. and 3D polygon graphics became the console's primary focus.
The PlayStation logo was designed by Manabu Sakamoto.
He wanted the logo to capture the 3D support of the console, but instead of just adding apparent depth to the letters P and S, he created an optical illusion that suggested the letters in depth of space.
Sakamoto also stuck with 4 bright principal colors, red, yellow, green, and blue, only having to tune the green color for better harmony across the logo.
Sakamoto also designed the black and white logo based on the same design, reserved for times where colors could not be used.
At Sony Music Entertainment, Kutarashi worked closely with Hijio Maruyama, the CEO of Sony Music, and with Akira Sato to form Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated, SCEI, on November 16, 1993.
A building block of SCEI was its initial partnership with Sony Music, which helped SCEI attract creative talent to the company as well as assist SCEI in manufacturing, marketing and producing discs, something that Sony Music had been doing with music discs.
The final 2 key members of SCEI were Terry Takiyanaka, the president of SCEI, from Sony's headquarters, and Olaf Olafsson.
Olafsson was CEO and president of New York-based Sony Interactive Entertainment, which was the parent company for the 1994 founded Sony Computer Entertainment of America, SCEA.
The PlayStation project, SCEI''s first official project, was finally given the green light by Sony executives in 1993 after a few years of development.
Also in 1993, Phil Harrison, who later became president of Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios, was recruited into SCEI to attract developers and publishers to produce games for their new PlayStation platform.
Computer Gaming World in March 1994 reported a rumor that the Sony PSX would be released in Japan before the end of this year and will retail for less than $400.
After a demonstration of Sony's distribution plan as well as tech demos of its new console to game publishers and developers in a hotel in Tokyo in 1994, numerous developers began to approach PlayStation.
2 of whom later became major partners were Electronic Arts in the West and Namco in Japan.
One of the factors which attracted developers to the platform was the use of a 3D-capable CD-ROM-based console, which was much cheaper and easier to manufacture for in comparison to Nintendo's rival console, which used cartridge systems.
The project eventually hit Japanese stores in December 1994 and gained massive sales due to its lower price point than its competitor, the Sega Saturn.
The popularity of the console spread after its release worldwide in North America and Europe. We will continue about PlayStation in part 2, so stay tuned.